Third Class in Addictions, what we're going to see coming up is how the humor and laughter helps them to this day manage their emotions that got them to drink, so they don't do it anymore by laughing at themselves. No more from me. I'm going to let them take it away.
I have to be around like-minded people. And like-minded people that are going through, have been through, and are going through the same thing that I'm going through are going to think all this is hilarious.
The funny stories, I think, are the stories that happen in recovery. You know, when I do stupid things, drunk, stoned, whatever, I always got the excuse. What do you expect? I was drunk.
Yeah.
Right? But when I do the things sober, I don't have an excuse. Right? Early on in recovery, I saw I needed to be involved in some kind of service work. So they signed me the job of scrubbing the coffee pots. And I scrubbed those coffee pots. I mean, they just absolutely glistened. And they said, that's a great job. Now, why don't you scrub the toilet bowls too? So I scrubbed the coffee pots. I'm scrubbing the toilet bowls. I mean, my coffee pots glisten, the toilet bowls shone. They said, why don't you clean the ashtrays too? And I'm scrubbing the ashtrays and the coffee pots and the toilet bowls. Man, we got the cleanest coffee pots, the sparkling toilet bowl, the freshest ashtrays. And the guy comes in, my sponsor comes in one Saturday morning, catches me scrubbing the toilet bowl. He said, do us one more thing. I'm like, what's that? He said, when you're scrubbing the coffee pots and the toilet bowl and the ashtrays, use a different brush.
Backing my van up to the house about 3 days ago, and I'm watching the crack in the driveway and not watching behind me, and I hit the corner of the garage door and broke about 6 bricks. And the door frame itself, I pushed it back. I had to shove it back to get the garage door to open and close. And I walked in the house, and my wife said, did I hear anything out there? What? And I said, no. And I said, well, yeah, let me tell you what I did. And as soon as I said, let me tell you what I did, I said, it makes me feel like something the stupid old men do. And what I just did, and I told her the story that I just told you guys, and before I was through telling the story, I was laughing. And she was laughing with me.
That's a big accomplishment. You couldn't do that before.
Oh, God, no.
I did not know how to laugh at anything. Now, silly things make me laugh, you know. Well, I know some people think I'm crazy because I have a concrete goose that I dress in different outfits, you know, in the front yard on my front doorstep. Okay.
Never before recovery did you do this?
Well, I had it, but now I meticulously dress this goose.
We're all kind of off. We're all kind of goofy. And the thing is, we can do that around each other. And now I'm starting to, or it's spilling out into the regular world of normal people. I don't care anymore. You know, I used to be so concerned. I used to say, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about me. What a lie that was. I cared everything about what anybody thought about me. And it wasn't until being in recovery for a while, for a few years, that I finally got it, that it doesn't matter what other people think, because that's all about them. It has nothing to do with me.
We communicate at a different level. We call it the language of the heart. Okay, when we talk to each other. Okay, there's not just talking and listening, but there's talking and listening with the intent of touching. And we touch to allow change. And some simple little thing, it may be a spark of laughter, changes the course of somebody's life's direction. Over the long haul, we become different people than who we were capable of being before.
I'm not here to promote our way of recovery. There's 1,000 ways to recover.
Laughter's an integral part of that.
Whatever works for whoever, God love you. And I mean that with all my heart. I hope what people see from this is that there's hope.
So we're not here promoting 12-step programs. We're not here talking about 12-step programs. I'm talking about myself. This is my life. This is what's happened to me.
One of the ways that I stay clean and sober is by helping others, by giving away what was so freely given to me.
And when I can get somebody to laugh, I've connected with them at the depth of the soul.
Absolutely.
What's going on with the guns? You had a lot of guns. Where are they?
Well, I've got one right here. Actually, they're still there, and
She shoots too, though.
I do
We
shoot.
become responsible.
So you still have your guns.
Yep.
You shoot. Both of you shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you don't feel nervous, dangerous, anything at all with the guns in the house based on what happened before with Rick.
No, not at all.
Why shouldn't we laugh? We danced with the Grim Reaper, and I'm here to talk about it.
Our house is an absolute disaster. You know, we inherited all this stuff we have.
I think we need another group, a different group.
Yeah, Sloppy Anonymous.
Yeah.
Sloppy
I
Anonymous.
really, I just thought
No,
of that.
Eclectics are us.
Hoarders Anonymous.
Clean your house, you better get a maid. Sell a gun, get a maid.
I just turned 75.
When was your last fight?
It was damn near last summer. I went to a thrift store to give some stuff away. And I walk in and my wife's sitting in the car. And I come out and there's some guy, John, with her. Probably 30, young guy.
Yeah.
And she said, no, he didn't. And I heard my wife do this. And she's real quiet, nice, polite lady. And I walked up and said, what's going on? And I'm standing between his pickup truck and my car. And he said, you hit my car with your door. I said, no, I didn't. He said, the hell you didn't. There's the little mark where you hit it. No, my car door didn't even reach. And right then and there, I'm thinking, I'm going to fake a little left hook. And when he does this, I'm going to crack him right in the ribs. I swear to God.
I believe you. You're scaring me now the way you're looking at me.
He said something about, why don't we just forget about this? And I said, yeah, why don't we? That'd be the best thing for both of us. And he got in his pickup and I got in my car. I said, I could have taken him.
You said, what you said? You said I could have taken it?
I told her. I could have taken him. And she said, you're no man. I don't have an inferiority complex anymore.
Isn't that great? He doesn't have an inferiority complex anymore. Why? Because he's laughing at himself. And what have we talked about through this entire series? You just have to laugh Naster classes. When you laugh at yourself, you heal yourself. And that's what happens. These folks admitted the emotions. They dealt with the emotions. They dealt with what they did. They laughed at it, and it moves them forward. I showed this series to some teenagers, and they said, Mr. Naster, we want to make our own about us, about what we've gone through as teenagers. So the next class coming up after this is me introducing a couple teenagers and one of their dads about what they went through in their addictions and how humor and laughter helped them get through it. But before we get out of here, I want to remind you one more time, when you laugh at yourself, you heal yourself, and these two great cats you're about to see are going to prove the point. See you at the next class.
There are two ways to know someone, through pain and through humor. We can know each other through the suffering, which we do. We can know each other through the joy.
One of the things that gets us all here is that we all hate ourselves. And when we can laugh at ourselves, we've made a huge step. If I can laugh and just realize that life is getting better.